Speaking about love, we do that every Tuesday on Kiss 92.
That's right.
With the help of our date coach, Kydon from lunch. Actually,
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Morning, Kydon.
Okay, so the topic that we're talking about today is how to find out if your date has good character, because character is super important.
It is.
Exactly.
In 3 dates or less, right?
Yes. So the problem that I faced when I asked a girl, how's the guy? And he says, I'll observe how he treats the waitress and waiter, and whether he pays and stuff. It's very, very basic.
Yeah, that's
Alright,
basic.
so,
That's the beginning level.
Yes, and if he treats the waitress bad, then,
Yeah, he could just be faking it, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so you want to delve deeper beyond the superficial.
Exactly, yes. So these are some situations that sometimes you can set up on purpose.
Okay.
And very often it just happens organically.
Sure.
And you need to observe and see how he reacts.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one, pick a popular restaurant where you have to wait for more than 30 minutes.
Ooh.
Alright, so it's very simple. You stand in the queue.
Yeah.
You sort of can gauge how much patience he has.
I would have failed that test. I would have failed that test hard.
My husband too,
Yeah.
Okay, so you pick Tim Ho Wan,
Yeah.
Angelina.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. All right.
Okay, then who's running this place? This is an outrage. How can they expect us to stand in line all day for their stupid food? I
Yeah.
got better things to do.
And then my husband be like, don't make me queue to pay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to run after you
Yeah.
to give you money.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yes, exactly.
So
All right.
we'd fail the test.
So, okay. So it's important to distinguish like failing a test is not failing the relationship.
Right.
Obviously, right? Because you guys are normal people and you will fail the test. But
Most men don't like the queue
but it's just an
anyway.
observation into his character.
The thing is, he can distinguish himself. If he does prove to be very patient in a queue, then maybe that's a bonus point.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's
Yeah.
I'm sure in Singapore you will get the queue somewhere.
Yeah.
Or even how he shows impatience, because we are all impatient.
Yeah.
In different situations.
Yeah.
And how we actually react.
Yeah.
When we are feeling that way, frustrated.
That's right. Does he
Right.
lash out?
Yeah.
Or does he just take it?
I mean, it's okay to be impatient.
It is.
Yes, it is.
But how you
Yes,
do it.
how you express yourself.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
things.
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So the other one is invite them to an event or a place and accidentally forget your wallet.
Right.
All right. So this one is important because it's going to happen to you. If you're going to be together with this guy, it's going to happen to you. Money is a big thing.
Right.
Yes.
All right. So when you forget your wallet, just tell them, hey, I really forgot it. I really forget it. Apologize for it,
Right.
and then see how he reacts to money.
Okay.
Then you can see how he values money.
Yes, see how he
versus
values
people.
money. Exactly. All right. So you want to get all these things out before you settle in the long term.
I would definitely pass that test because even when I go out to eat with friends, I will pay for the friends.
But it's beyond that, because it's beyond just paying for people. It's how you value people over money. And not a lot of people pass that test, unfortunately.
I love money, but if it came like in that specific situation, I would definitely say, "Hey, don't worry, I'm picking up the tab."
But I've met men who, are very generous with their friends when they go out. It's all face thing, right?
Yeah.
And then they will pay for their friends. No problem. Everybody thinks, oh, what a great guy. But when he goes home, he will stinge on his wife.
Yeah, that's true.
And in this situation, because he would love the money in the face more
Yes.
than
It's all about the face.
his
they want to
wife.
go out and act like a big shot.
Yeah,
But then at home, their finances
Yeah.
are
Yeah,
very
they're
tight.
very tight. Yeah, and they count every single cent.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
this is where you really have to use gut instincts and also observation.
Yes, please use common sense along with all this. It's
Yeah.
really important. And that's the biggest point. Look, what I call is that adversity reveals character.
That's true.
So you put him in a little bit difficult situation and you observe with your eyes and with your gut and with everything.
See how he reacts to stress.
Exactly, and don't just go out and watch a movie. And have fun.
La-di-da-di-da.
Yeah, exactly.
Does he fold like a house of cards?
Yep.
Or does he rise to the challenge?
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
great. That's great.
Okay. Anything
All right.
else?
Okay, so one last one, which is bring there somewhere extremely crowded.
no.
You're going to fail the
I'd
test.
fail that test.
Every Caucasian would fail that test.
Yeah, you hear about that Canadian guy? He was in the train, and the train was crowded, so he went into the driver's
Well, the control room.
the control room.
Oh,
He
yeah.
went
The driver's
and
compartment.
then he crouched in the control room.
Whoa.
He couldn't stand the crowding.
Oh, dear.
Okay, so that's interesting. Yep. So these are some things which are all right. Anyway, just a quick story. I went to Night Fest recently.
Yeah.
And it was so crowded, and I could feel myself getting angry. And,
Yeah.
why am I here?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's important. I mean, Like if you like crowds and if your partner doesn't like crowds, then there is a mismatch.
That's true.
Alright,
That's
so
true.
it's important to observe these kind of little things and cross-reference them to other parts
That
of their
being
life.
said, I like crowds. I mean, not like crowds, but, I like party. I like company.
Yeah.
My husband, not so much.
That's right.
But I think he tolerates it and he actually does okay.
He'll put up with it.
He'll put up with it for me and
Yeah.
he will make a little bit of an effort. So I suppose, again, gut instinct comes in here.
That's
that,
right.
he may not like it, but also
It's a matter
how
of
he-
compatibility. In this case, I don't think it's right or wrong. It's a matter of compatibility.
Exactly.
You don't like crowd too, but you put up with it because your wife has friends coming over to play mahjong and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you just hide in the room, right?
That's right. I've got my own room with my own television. I'm fine.
Yeah. So
So there you go.
okay. We're going to come back with more on how to find out if your date has good character in 3 dates or less. And if you have any questions for our date coach, Kydon, just send in a text 9717-0920. It's Kiss 92 821. Wow, lots of SMSs, got a text here. Oh, let me just quickly recap. I've got our date coach, Kydon in the house. And today's topic is how to find out if your date has good character in 3 dates or less. Got a text here saying, my girlfriend once took me to a fancy restaurant with a long queue. And my first reaction was, whoa, they're giving away free food. You see, there's a sense of humor. I like that,
That's a good way to
Very
respond.
nice. Yes.
Funny guy. So basically, you're saying that, first you put them through a series of tests, and this can be applied to female as well.
Of course.
Yeah. Make him queue at
Yeah.
a popular restaurant, so see how he reacts to that. Pretend to forget your wallet, so you see how he treats people versus money.
Yeah.
And take him to a crowded place.
Now, here's the thing that Kydon was saying. It's like you just put them in a stressful situation, and then they'll show something of their real self. Because on a date, people usually only show an idealized version of themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're
Exactly.
trying, and they're kind of acting to a degree.
Yeah.
But when you put them in an unpleasant situation, then more of their real self would come out. Or
Like-
at least the dark aspect. Because everybody's got a dark side. You want to see how dark it is.
I mean, obviously, if you could get stranded on an island together, then for sure, you're going to see his true self.
That's right.
But that's a bit extreme, so that's why we come up with
like the Blue Lagoon. Remember that movie? Never mind.
yes, you see, that revealed a lot about you.
That totally did.
Continuing,
All right.
Kydon.
Okay. One last one, which I think is very important. It's to explore controversial topics.
Yes. Oh, yeah, good
Yeah,
one.
don't do this on the first date though. Like,
Yeah.
but second, third dates, start asking about topics which the both of you disagree.
Yeah.
It's important because
How
then
you disagree, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
How do you disagree? Does he listen and compromise? Does he laugh off the unimportant? Does he discuss things?
Yeah.
Or does he lose control
Yep.
and start scolding everybody and
Yeah.
everything and start getting very reactive?
Or
Yeah.
impose his or her values on you.
That's
Exactly.
right.
And then start controlling your behavior and your thoughts.
Yeah.
Remember we talked about this, the sociopath,
Yes,
that's
correct.
what they do as
Correct,
well, right?
Correct.
That's very good point. I think that's a very good idea. I think maybe sometimes Singaporeans don't feel comfortable talking about controversial issues because here there's like the OB markers and that.
I
You're
think
not
Asians in general.
You're not supposed to talk about religion and politics.
and sex.
And sex.
Fact.
But the thing is, when you're in an intimate relationship with somebody, all this is going to come up. And you
Yeah.
better know where the other person stands.
Yes.
Yep,
Isn't that
yep.
right?
But stand is fine. Like if you disagree, it's about how.
How
Yeah,
you
how you
disagree.
Yeah, how do you disagree?
Because
Yeah.
even if you have different viewpoints, if you can still
Yeah, agree to disagree.
agree to
Yeah.
disagree, that's
Yeah.
important.
Yes.
Awesome.
Respect each other's
Yes,
views,
respect
right?
each other's views.
I like
Got a text here from a Kiss fan saying, I would fail 3 out of 4 of all those points, but I'm happily married for 8 years after 3 years of dating. Again, we say you got to use your common sense.
Yes,
There's no
please.
hard and fast rule,
Yes, yes.
This is to help the dirter people who really don't know where to begin.
That's right.
Exactly.
But whatever we can do to help, yeah?
Yeah.
We got
So-
another SMS saying that women should be tested on their character too.
I mean, like
Kydon.
we said,
course.
yeah.
you can use these tests for women as well,
That's
but
right.
we refer to men because there's 2 men against 1 woman lah.
Exactly.
Okay, Kydon.
All right, so the parting words: life is too long and too short to suffer through toxic relationships.
I
Yeah.
The
totally
whole
agree.
point of this, the whole point is to try and get a good tell on this person that you're dating.
Yeah.
And the faster you do it, the better.
Yeah.
All right, because I realize a lot of my clients, they spend more time planning their vacations than their relationships.
And the
Yes.
wedding,
And
imaginary
the
wedding.
So, be clear about who you're getting
Yeah.
into.
Yeah.
And if it's okay, then just go in with an open eyes.
And another thing I took away from that is, it's very important to observe. Observe
Exactly.
the people you are with,
Yeah.
how they behave, how they react, how they respond to the environment and the people around them, because it's going to tell you a lot about them. And too many of us just don't do that.
That's
Yes.
exactly right.
Yeah.
And if you are in a bad relationship, breaking up isn't cruel. It's actually a mercy to the other person. You don't want to be stuck in a bad relationship forever.
Yeah. And you've got to be like,
gotta
good to
be-
yourself too.
You do.
Very, very important. If there's a topic that you want our date coach Kydon to cover next time he's around, just drop us an email, breakfast@kiss92.
Right, you just got an SMS. If all men were like Jason Johnson, there would be no problems.
Oh!
That's from Jordan. Jordan, thank you, man. You get it, Jordan. You get it.
Funnily enough, that message didn't pop out on my screen. Are you sure you didn't make that up?
No, that's exactly what Jordan said.
If you say so, Jason Johnson. Thanks, Kydon.
You're welcome.
The